As a chosen one, you have awakened. And eventually, everything is starting to make sense. You're diving deeper into the past. You're getting these flashbacks. And you're starting to remember so many things about your life. In one of those things you remember, you will remember that it has always been extremely hard to fit in. You know, you go down the memory lane when you was a kid, and there was these kids in your neighborhood, okay? There is a sport they wanted to play. Maybe they wanted to play soccer, maybe they wanted to play basketball, maybe they wanted to do hide and seek and stuff like that. And now you're starting to remember that as a kid, you never really knew anything about yourself. And you have tried to join those groups to do whatever it is they was doing at the time, play around with them, hide and seek and stuff like that. Sometimes you could be joining them maybe for some little conversations, when the kids gather and they start talking about different stories. And now you started to remember that whatever was going on at the time, it was still difficult for you to catch up with what they were saying. You're the one in the group who is like quiet. You're just there in the corner. You're listening to everything. You're observing everything. Maybe they might ask you one question or two. You have answered that question, but still, you're probably trying to make a conversation. And then eventually, you notice that your understanding of things and the world was on a different level. I remember when I was in school, way back in time, I was a kid. So we had visitation days. When the parents come and visit you, they see how you've done results and stuff like that. And then on that particular day, they used to prepare for us meat, beef. So the parents come around and ask, okay, what did you guys have today? What have they cooked today? Now, usually we didn't eat from the school dinners because we knew that the parents are coming. So they used to bring for us some food from home, which was different. We used to enjoy that. So the parents ask us sometimes, they ask me, I remember, and my other siblings, so what did they cook for you today? What did they cook for you today? So one of my siblings says we had beef. And then I told my parents that no, we didn't have beef. We had a cow. We ate a cow. So basically, everybody laughed at me. Everybody was like, oh, look at this guy, he's crazy. This beef and cow is the same thing and stuff. So they was trying to explain to me. Now, a lot of times, there is a different way that you understand the world. There is a different way that you understand things as a chosen one. Now you're going down the memory lane, way back in time when you was a kid, growing up as a child, and all these things are starting to click. The reason as to why you used to separate yourself from the crowds. People was running left, you was the only one running right. People was discussing certain things in a conversation, discussion, or whatever. When it was your time to speak, you spoke about something that was completely different. And many people even sometimes they mocked you, they laughed at you. Sometimes along your journey as a chosen one, you could have had cases where people used to think that you're crazy. This person is crazy. That moment where you say something and somebody's like, you're crazy. Somebody like brushes it off like, you crazy, you crazy. In actual reality, you're not crazy, chosen ones. It is just because you've got a different emotional setting than so many people around you have. And this setting is for a reason. That is because a chosen person, you're a natural born leader. You could not understand this way back in time. That is the reason as to why you used to follow the crowds, because you used to think that you're going to be looking funny if so many people is going west and you're the only person going right. So you was trying always to squeeze yourself in so many settings in your life because you was trying to fit in. And regardless of how much you tried, ladies and gentlemen, what you did, it did not matter. It didn't work. You're also starting to remember so many times when you have tried to date. Everybody at some point, you grow up, you're a teenager, you meet a nice girl, you start dating and stuff like that. You're into relationships. Maybe even some of you gotten married at some point. And then for some mysterious reason, you have looked back again and you realized there is so many relationships of yours that never worked. So now you're thinking that, okay, you're starting to get it. You're starting to get it. So your life was meant to move a certain way. So you was supposed to do different things. You were supposed, even sometimes you might have been a kid and you realized that, you was born in this family and they was eating some food. There's a food they used to like to eat. Everybody seemed to enjoy that food. But when it came to you, you was like, you don't like it. You don't like to eat that food. Maybe the way you saw these animals being killed and they're preparing these chickens at home and, meats and stuff like that. And for you, yes, you ate the meat, you ate the food at some point, but you couldn't feel good about it. While everybody else was enjoying those little moments, you could not enjoy those moments, even sometimes with food. You chose to eat something different. Now, a chosen person, like I've said, however much you've been trying very hard to do what everybody else was doing, to fit into society, to pretty much follow the norms, family, to follow traditions, whatever society was telling you and stuff like that, it didn't work. Many of you chosen ones already know you have been sometimes even suspended from school. So that's what they told you, okay? When you're growing up, go to school, okay? Study very hard, put in the effort, get the results, get the grades, end of your school, go be somebody, go be a doctor, go be a lawyer, go be that stuff. But while you was in school, you are sitting down in class and you're listening to this teacher telling you all these things. And the only thing going through your mind is that, why are you wasting time in class? What are you really doing in school? It's not making any sense. Some of you could even get very poor grades, while everybody else was excelling, focusing and concentrating on school, getting diplomas and stuff like that. He was the one that has been the school dropout. If you guys look around, you might start to notice that there's some people who have become very, very successful. And those people, they don't even have PhDs. They do not have degrees. Some of them are school dropouts. Maybe they never attended school or stuff like that. Maybe they attended and went halfway and they never finished their studies. You're starting to see all these things play out. And now you're starting to understand that that is exactly how things were supposed to be. Because as you're growing up, you're stepping into your power, okay? So you're stepping into your leadership roles and doing the things that really resonate with your soul. But when you look around you, you're starting to understand that you have been born, you're come here to lead people. So you was never supposed to follow people. You were supposed to lead people. The anointing that has been given to you by God, that anointing is different. It's a different type of energy. The words you speak, the things you do, the way you carry yourself. Sometimes you may find a chosen one who wants to dress a certain way. They have a certain choice of clothes. And you're looking around those people and you're seeing that they're not matching with the rest of the crowd. So it's like when it comes to other people and you're seeing yourselves on the complete opposite side of the spectrum. It's like you cannot match up with their energy. They cannot match up with yours as well. You cannot interact with them. School doesn't work. The jobs, those ones, we all know that those have always been a problem for chosen people. Every setting that you go, it has been difficult. Relationships and stuff like that, nothing worked. That is because due to the nature of your purpose on this planet. You did not come here to play it small. Okay? You did not come here to play out small and, try to limit your abilities and limit your, whatever, and just go along with what everybody else was doing. You came here to play it big. You came here to lead. You came here to go higher. You came here to achieve big things. And the moment you wake up one day and you start realizing what has been the problem all along and why have so many things in your life failed to work out, you now start to, one step at a time, find your divine mission and purpose. I can promise you, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you wake up one day and you find out what it is you're here to do, that is when you are going to get this massive awakening and to understand everything that has happened in your life and the reason as to why you have struggled to fit in. And everything that you tried, regardless of what it was, it never worked. So you grew up being seen as a crazy person. You grew up being seen as different, the one who likes to move different ways, say certain things, and nothing that you used to do would make sense to so many people around you. But at some point, as a chosen one, you also realize that there is some things you used to do that could inspire people. Okay, there's things you used to do, and most of the times it's not even sometimes big things. It's some things you said. Some people picked up on those conversations, the advice that you gave them, they follow that advice. That advice led them to their healing. Sometimes it led them to a better place in life. So you're seeing that you have had this, even sometimes on a small level, at a small level, you have had so many things that you've been doing in your life that have been touching people's lives. You have always been like this lifesaver. You used to see when a person was about to jump at the edge of the cliff, you used to come and you used to be the one that you talk to them and they would forget about it, or sometimes they would reverse that decision. You've helped people get out of toxic relationships. You've helped people get out of difficult situations. You've helped people find different ways to heal, better their lives in so many different kinds of ways. So those are the signs that you're actually a chosen one, because whatever it is you're doing, in whichever way that you move, you leave an impact, a very beautiful, positive impact in so many people's lives. And sometimes the people that you touch, they're not even the people that you expect. Sometimes they are the people that you believe have got more than you. They have achieved all this success. They have done things and this and that. They can pretty much do anything. They're even sometimes happy financially. But now you're looking closer and you're realizing that these people are actually spiritually bankrupt, okay? They are happy on the 3D, but they're not happy on the 5D. Sometimes they cannot sleep well. They are struggling with depression. They are jumping in and out of therapy and whatever, hospitals. They're struggling with different things. So here you show up, easy, simple man or woman, and there is things that you do that people are learning from. So sometimes, chosen ones, you have to understand that most of the times, wherever you go, people they're watching, people they're listening, what it is you have to say. And most of the times, you might even know this. You could even sometimes inspire those people that once thought you was crazy. Now you have it. The reason as to why it has been very difficult for you to fit in the most part of your journey. You did not come here to fit in, ladies and gentlemen. You came here to stand out. The moment you understand that and overstand this, that is exactly when you understand what your divine mission is and the role you're here to play on this planet. I'm very sure that many of you guys resonate with this video. If you're a chosen one, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. You guys do know I do love and appreciate your support. Please book a session if you want to. You might donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. Desmos signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.